Hey guys, it's December the 17th, 2024, and I hope everybody's been having a great day so far today. In preparation for today's video, I was kind of just browsing around the internet and just happened to end up on Reddit looking for an idea for today's video. And one of the Reddit forums that I will often get on is Our Alcohol, or Our Alcoholism, I think is the name of it. But while I was in there today, I happened to come across a post. It's Our Alcoholism is the name of the group. But I happened to end up upon a post that I just found really interesting. And I thought that I would talk about this today and just read it off, and talk about this, because I think that it just shows how much your life can change after getting sober and removing alcohol or whatever the substance is out of your life. What I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into it and just read this post that I came across today, and then at the end I'm just going to talk about it for a minute. But this is how it goes. So the name of the post is "Alcohol was affecting literally every aspect of my life. I've been a heavy vodka drinker for the past 3 years, and by heavy, I mean drinking 8 to 10 pink lemonade shooters every single day, starting around 7 a.m. in the morning. Throughout 2024, I have had 2 or 3 sober stints. The longest was 10 weeks after a bleeding stomach ulcer. But today I am 30 days sober. And this time, it's not because of a medical problem or a medication that I am on. It is just completely by choice, because I was so incredibly sick of the life I was living. I woke up one day and decided not to go to the liquor store, and that is now a month ago. I know that I am just scratching the surface on my sober life, but everything is already so much better. I'm motivated. I'm alert. I'm not nauseous. I don't have headaches. I'm sleeping. My skin isn't itching anymore. And every single aspect of my life is already showing improvement. My professional life, my relationship with my kids and my friends, my personal hygiene and fitness, my home organization and cleanliness, and even the way I've been caring for my sweet little doggies. I actually feel happy. It brings tears to my eyes to even type that sentence. I truly am feeling some happiness. I feel like I had hundreds of day ones, and I can't believe I'm here. I'm so grateful and relieved. And then it's got the acronym IWNDWYT. I don't know what that stands for. I'm not that savvy on those things. But anyway, if somebody wants to tell me in the comments what that stands for. But it just goes to show, and that's just one individual and their story. The person said, they were waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning and drinking first thing in the morning, and has had a couple of sober stints, quit one time because of bleeding stomach ulcers, but this time just decided one day just not to go to the liquor store, and they're 30 days in. And it's like I was talking about yesterday, that 30 days didn't happen overnight. It started with one step. And that one step was whoever this person is deciding not to go to the liquor store one day. And then one day became 2, and then 2 became 3, and then 3 became 4, and so on. And next thing you know, they were at 30 days. I've talked about this, but I never got that far on my own. I just couldn't do it. I tried. I think about the furthest I ever got was like 2 weeks, but at the 2-week mark, I always got that idea in my head that I always talk about, that I can control it now. If I've gone 2 weeks without drinking, then I can just drink on the weekends and control it. And it just never worked out. But back to this person, they quit, and 30 days in, there's a testimony there of just every aspect of their life has improved. Because it does. It doesn't just affect one thing in our life. it affects every aspect of our life when we get sober. I mean, they said that their personal hygiene has gotten better. Their cleanliness and organization around their house has gotten better. Their relationship with their kids and their friends has gotten better. When we stop drinking, our relationships with our friends, and especially our family members, get so much better because we're not lying anymore. We're not trying to hide things, cover stuff up. We're not trying to sneak alcohol into places. We're not getting super defensive when people call us out on what we're doing. And the organization and the cleanliness, some of us are more clean than others or more organized than other people. And that's your own personal preference. However, you want to keep your home, that's your business. But there is more time, and we are a little bit more motivated to organize and clean things up. Something that in the past when we were drinking, we might walk right past it and go, I'll get to that another day, because that was me. When I was a drinker, it was I'll get to that tomorrow. And it was always this mindset of, I'm going to get to that tomorrow. That can wait until tomorrow. I'll get it tomorrow. I'll feel better tomorrow. I won't be hungover tomorrow, so I'll get to that tomorrow. And things just piled up. When I got sick and finally sobered up, I had so much stuff to get caught up on, because I had just let stuff go to the wayside for so long, for so many years. All those let that wait until tomorrow's had piled up to months worth of work that needed to be caught up on. And once I got sober, there were a lot of days where I was sick and stuff like that, but there were days where I could fit in a little bit of stuff, and I was able to accomplish so much. If it's even just sitting down at the table or in your bed and organizing, your files or something like that. It's whatever you can do, or if it's just going through your email and deleting all the old emails that you don't need to have anymore. I mean, it could be anything that you can organize in your life, but, we find the time when we finally do get sober, because we have more time. And like that person said, they're not waking up in the morning nauseous anymore. They're not waking up with a headache anymore. They just feel motivated in life. And it's something I talk about all the time. It's so much better to wake up in the morning not feeling like a trash can every single day. I woke up every single day hungover. Every day I woke up and threw up in the morning. Every day I woke up with this pounding headache, and I just ate Advil like it was candy. My head hurt all day long. And, the thing is that on top of it, not only was I drinking like crazy, but I was smoking cigarettes too like that. And, I just smoked and drank. And while I'm talking about just smoking and drinking and not eating, I was watching that show Intervention. I don't remember when that was, but there was a lady on there, and she had gotten to the point where she was drinking a half a gallon of vodka every single day. She was at where I was at. And she was doing the same thing. She wasn't eating anything, and she was just drinking and smoking cigarettes. And her family members were talking about how she had replaced her meals with cigarettes and alcohol. And that was me too. I didn't want to eat. I just wanted to drink and smoke. And, my thing was that if I put any food in my stomach, one, it always gave me a stomach ache. But two, I couldn't drink like I wanted to if I had eaten a bunch of food. I mean, it was pretty much a waste. So I always had an empty stomach, because I wanted to feel that burn when I drank, and I wanted to get drunk quicker. That's just the bottom line. And I am sure, without a doubt, that not eating and drinking the way that I did played a really big role in the fact that I got sick. You're drinking that amount of alcohol on a daily basis on an empty stomach. It's horrible for you. But I did it every single day. But back to what I was talking about with this person, every aspect of their life improved once they got sober. And the same thing could go for you too. If you are watching this right now and you're still on the fence about getting sober, you're not quite sure if you have a problem or not, that's up for you to decide, or maybe speak with your doctor about, if you do have a problem with alcohol. Most likely, if you're watching this video, probably so. If you're questioning the fact if you might have a problem The chances are you probably do, but I can't be the judge of that. I don't know. I'm just speaking in general here, and whoever's watching, whoever you are right now that's watching this, that depends entirely on your personal life. And once again, that's something that you probably need to speak to a doctor about, and see what they think about it. And another thing too is that I say this all the time, but if you're thinking about getting sober, please speak with a doctor first, because if you've been drinking excessively for a very long period of time and you try to remove alcohol abruptly from your life, like really quick, it can lead to some serious health complications like seizures, and it can be life-threatening if you do so. It's alcohol and benzodiazepines are the only two drugs that if you stop them abruptly can actually be life-threatening. So just keep that in mind, and if it's something that you're considering doing, please speak with a doctor first and just see what they might say. Depending on the amount of time, the amount of alcohol that you've been drinking, they might want to put you through a medical detox. They might not. They might send you home with some medication to help you through it. I know a lot of times they do give people benzodiazepines, while they're going through their withdrawal. But, once again, that's for you and your doctor to discuss. But, like I said, back to what we were talking about here, it absolutely can change your life in every single aspect, ways you would never even imagine, the things that improve for you. And I know that you probably hear this kind of stuff all the time, especially if you watch these kind of videos, that getting sober, it can be life-changing. It just makes your life so much better. And I'm sure you hear that a lot, and, you're probably thinking, is this true or not? It's absolutely true. Are there some things about being sober that are a struggle? Absolutely. I talk about this as well all the time. One of the things that I found, one of the hardest things I found to deal with when I got sober was dealing with my emotions. And I think a lot of us drink in order to mask our emotions, to numb ourselves. And when we remove alcohol or whatever the substance is out of our life, or whatever coping mechanism that we have, dealing with those emotions can be kind of difficult, especially anger and sadness. Loneliness, those can be kind of hard. I know that I drank to fulfill all three of those. And, those, it can be one of those things that kind of be difficult to deal with. You got to find ways to deal with it. I really do think that, if you start to feel angry or discouraged or really start getting worked up or something, I think it's a great idea just to step outside, get some fresh air, and just go for a little walk and get your mind straight. If we just remove ourselves from whatever the situation that's got us frustrated for just a couple minutes and give ourselves a chance to breathe and really think about what we're upset about, what's got us angry or sad, to really sit there and think on it for a little bit, and then try to think, what can I do to fix this? If there's a solution to it, then great, go for that. And if there's not, then maybe think of something else you can do to deal with that situation, whatever it may be. Because there's not always a solution to every single problem. There's some things that we just can't fix. That's just the way life is. But maybe there's another way to handle the situation. And that, once again, that's for you to figure out. But like I said, emotions are one of the hardest things and I still deal with that, is dealing with my emotions after I got sober. But overall, my life has improved drastically. My life is a night and day difference from when I was a drinker to now. It really is. Every single day I woke up in fear. I didn't remember what I had said or done the night before. I don't have to worry about that anymore now. I know exactly what happened the night before. I remember everything I say. No one can ever say I said or did something that I didn't do, because I know what I've done. I don't black out anymore. And I don't wake up feeling hungover. I think it's, out of all the things about being sober, it's not having a hangover anymore. My days were filled with hangovers, and, it would ruin my day. Completely ruin my day. There's so many days I could think back to just, going to work and being like, I don't know if I can do this today. And I still made it through it. But the torture that we put ourselves through dealing with those hangovers, especially when we do it the night before we have to go to work. Oh my gosh. And the thing is that I was reading another Reddit article, and this person was talking about how they had been sober for quite some time, and they basically said that I messed up, and the night before they had gone out, and they had gone to like a work party or something like that, and they ended up drinking. They had been sober for quite some time. They ended up drinking at the work party, and it was a gentleman. He had come home and stayed out basically all night long, came home the next morning. His wife was furious with him, and he didn't tell her where he had been and all that kind of stuff. And his wife basically told him it's over, because he had been sober for a long time. And, he basically told his wife, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I guess his wife gave him an ultimatum, if you drink again, it's over. And, he said, he went out just expecting just to meet up with his, the people that he worked with. And they weren't planning on drinking. And the next thing you know, they ended up drinking. And then they left from that place and went to another bar at like midnight, and then ended up staying out all night long. And that's how it can go. Just one little teeny little slip up can lead down a path like that, to where, we don't mean to do it. We're just going to have that one drink, and before you know it, all hell breaks loose, and we've been out all night long, and, who knows what might have happened the night before, and you probably don't remember either. I don't know. I found that story, that one grabbed me a little bit too, because, this person was really upset, and they made a mistake. And, one little teeny decision, that I'm just going to go ahead and have that beer, could change your entire life in one night. And it sounds like from that Reddit post that it changed that gentleman's life. I didn't see anything else on there that said that his wife decided to stay with him or anything like that. Who knows what happened with that? But, if she was being serious and she decided to leave him, his whole life got upended because he decided to have one drink. But I don't want to end today's video on a bad note. I want to end it talking about this other person and how much their life improved. And it's waiting for you right now. Like I said yesterday, it's one step at a time. And it all starts with one step. And that first step, whatever that is for you, whatever it is that you're having a problem with, is one step at a time. But you got to make the first step. And then it's one day at a time. And don't think too far into the future. Don't think about that, that event that's coming up or whatever it is, or, the fact that you got to go back to work at some certain date and you're going to be stressed out. Just worry about today, and can you be sober today? And the rest of that stuff will all fall into place. Just don't think too far into the future, and just think about today, and can I make a difference today? And just work with that, and work with what we're given, we have right now. And if you want to make a change, like I said, speak with the doctor. But your life could ultimately completely flip around and could be the life that you've always wanted, without having to wear those handcuffs of alcohol or whatever the addiction is. It can be achieved. I don't say this very often in here. I used to say it a lot, but, it's true. If I can do it, I know any of you can. And I believe in each and every single one of you. And if you're new to this channel and you're newly thinking about getting sober, I believe in you. And I know that you can. I was drinking a half a gallon of vodka every single day, from the time I woke up in the morning till the time I went to bed at night. And I don't remember going to bed most nights. I blacked out every single night. And I did that for years, at least a decade, drinking in that manner. And I got sober. And I was in a really bad place. I was at the point where I was laying in the bed in the morning, sometimes drinking straight out of the bottle. And, I was literally shaking so bad that I couldn't even get the bottle to my mouth, because the withdrawals were so bad when I would wake up. And if I can go from that to where I am now, I know you can too. It is possible. Believe in yourself, because I believe in you. And with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here for today. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. And until tomorrow, I will see y'all then. Have a great rest of your day.